counsel from this proverb, I wish on behalf of the National Executive to sincerely apologize to our distinguished honorees and invited guests for the late invitation to this program. And may you also take inspiration from the core of this proverb to forgive our trespasses. Ladies and gentlemen, without rendering any justification, one major reason for the unfortunate turn of events is the lack of funding to organize this program. It is the reason we are profoundly grateful to our sponsors for coming to our aid in the last minute in that regard. I wish to thank KGL Group of Companies, represented here by its Executive Chairman, Mr. Tetteh, Social Security and National Insurance Trust, National Communications Authority, NCA, Gold Board, Alisa Hotel Northridge, National Communications Authority, Ghana Broadcasting Corporation, for supporting the organization of this program. This is why the National Executive decided to honor the group chairman of KGL Group of Companies, Mr. Tetteh, and others for offering tremendous support to this current administration to enable us be on our feet at all times. Thank you so much, Chairman. We are most grateful. Permit me to also thank a few individuals who have supported the organization of this program. They include Nana Kwekudei, known in private life as Mr. Tetteh, who is a former GJ president, and Mr. Peter Mate Agbeku. Thank you, seniors, for your commitment to our call. We are always grateful. Let me use this opportunity to thank our constituents. And if I say our constituents, I'm referring to the members of the Inky fraternities for your cooperation and massive support over the years in ensuring the success of GJA activities. As we speak, we are live on with GTV and a number of platforms, major platforms, about 8 platforms as we speak. We are live. With your permission, let me mention a few media houses who have demonstrated commitment at all times to the work of the GJA. These are, but not limited, to Joy News. Joy News have done wondrously well. Atinka TV, UTV, TV3, Star FM, Daily Graphic, Ghana News Agency, Ghanaian Times, and many others. Ladies and gentlemen, the World Press Freedom Day is a crucial reminder of the fundamental importance of a free and independent press in fostering democracy, promoting accountability, and ensuring the free flow of information. Ladies and gentlemen, globally, 3rd May has been set aside for the commemoration of the World Press Freedom Day, and the theme for this year's commemoration is Reporting in the Brave New World, the impact of artificial intelligence on press freedom and the media. This theme is very appropriate, given the impact of artificial intelligence on our enterprise. You may recall that last year, on the birthday of the GJA, 15th August, we organized a symposium at the La Palm Royal Beach Hotel to discuss the impact of AI on journalism practice. We need to engage this subject matter more in order to derive the maximum benefit from AI and avoid its negative impact. At the national level or at the local level, the theme we chose is Celebrating Champions of Press Freedom and Ghana's Media Growth, Building a Resilient Media in the AI Era. We chose this theme to reflect our purpose for tonight's ceremony, and that is to remember the imperative of press freedom for democratic and national development, and never to forget about the importance of individuals and institutions that have championed press freedom over the years. We stand today on the firm shoulders of giants, the pioneering journalists, editors, and media owners who bravely championed the cause of press freedom in Ghana through political upheaval and economic hardship. Their unwavering commitment to truth-telling, courageous pursuit of accountability, and relentless defense of the public's right to know lay the bedrock upon which our current media landscape is built. We salute their tenacity, ethical fortitude, and enduring legacy, inspiring generations of journalists in our nation. Congratulations to honorees here tonight. Their stories remind us that the freedoms we enjoy today were hard-won and must be jealously guarded. Ladies and gentlemen, we acknowledge that there are many individuals and institutions who deserve to be honored, but who are not on our list tonight. That does not take anything away from the recognition of their significant contribution to press freedom and media development. The reality is that we cannot accommodate all of them tonight, and it is our intention to make this initiative a permanent feature on the GJA calendar. So hopefully, others will be duly honored come next year. Ladies and gentlemen, it is, however, instructive to note that even among those we are honoring today, there are some of them who deserve additional honor for their exceptional roles in the promotion of press freedom. In that regard, we intend to name the Best Radio News Reporter category of the Ghana Journalists Association Awards after Dr. Charles Reku Broby for his pioneering role in the promotion of press freedom, particularly the establishment, thank you, for his pioneering role in the promotion of press freedom, particularly the establishment of private radio. We are aware that many other individuals were behind the establishment of Radio I, but we believe the man, popularly called Tarzan, has been the face of Radio I. In naming this award after Dr. Reku Broby, we only seek to immortalize him. We believe it is important to find some other means of honoring achievers of our time before they die. Honorable Minister, Honorable Minority Leader, distinguished guests, now we find ourselves at the dawn of a new technological revolution. The era of artificial intelligence, AI, is no longer a futuristic concept. It is rapidly permeating various aspects of our lives, and the media industry is no exception. This transformative technology presents a double-edged sword for journalism. On one hand, AI offers tremendous potential to enhance the efficiency and effectiveness of news gathering, processing, and dissemination. AI-powered tools can assist with tasks such as transcribing interviews, analyzing large data sets for investigative reporting, automating the creation of routine news reports, and personalizing news delivery to individual audiences. AI can also play a crucial role in fact-checking and identifying manipulated content, offering a powerful weapon in the fight against disinformation. On the other hand, the rise of AI also presents profound challenges that we must confront proactively. The increasing sophistication of AI-generated content raises serious concerns about the potential for the mass production of fake media, which can be incredibly difficult to distinguish from authentic content. This poses a significant threat to the credibility of news organizations and could further erode public trust in information. The AI revolution is a conversation that we need to have, as it will continue to impact our work on a daily basis. Honorable Minister, Rob Minority Leader, ladies and gentlemen, not long ago, Reporters Without Borders released the 2025 World Press Freedom Index, with Ghana slipping down the ranks. Out of 180 countries ranked annually, Ghana dropped from the 50th position with a score of 67.13% in 2024 to 52nd position with a score of 67.71% in 2025. The worst indicator is security, with Ghana dropping from the 72nd position in 2024 to 86th position in 2025 under the security indices. Although it recorded a reduction in score, 82.94% in 2024 to 78.93% in 2025, the details of our performance in this year's World Press Freedom Index clearly attest to how bad we are doing as a country. It also reinforces the need for us to intensify our effort at promoting press freedom. According to our record this year, according to our record this year, there have been 11 cases of assault against journalists. All 11 of them occurred in February this year. All 11 cases occurred in February this year. The records are not good for us, especially on economic, security, and legislative indicators. And I'm happy that we have the minority leader, and then we have the minister in charge of government communication also here. This is the reason why we have been calling on the police to take attacks on journalists seriously, especially bringing perpetrators of attack on the media to face justice, to serve as deterrent to others, and to end impunity. We have not been sleeping on the attacks against our members. The reason why we have been demanding justice for our murdered colleague, Ahmed Swali. We want to reiterate our call on the IGP that the time to act is now. The time to act is now. And Mr. IGP, for the last time, the time to act is now. Honorable Minister, Honorable Minority Leader, distinguished guests, with your indulgence, shall we all rise respectfully to observe a minute silence in memory of our gallant men and women who passed in the line of duty and those who suffered attacks in the discharge of their duties. May the soul of the faithful departed rest in peace. Shall we resume our seat? Thank you all. On the economic front, the media is experiencing levels of fragility, which is a leading threat to press freedom. Although physical attacks against journalists are the most visible violations of press freedom, economic pressure is a major problem. The economic indicator on the RSF, that is RSF World Press Freedom Index, continues to decline as the national economic challenges affect operations of the media. Ladies and gentlemen, as we mark World Press Freedom Day, the GJA wishes to affirm its commitment to the tenet of press freedom. We shall continue to protect and promote press freedom even more than we have done before. In the past, we have had the course to black out some politicians and taking legal actions, all in defense of press freedom. We have also established the Journalist Support Fund with a view to addressing media freedom and welfare matters. Going forward, we shall intensify our efforts at promoting press freedom. However, ladies and gentlemen, I wish to quickly add that the GJ will never condone irresponsibility. We should all appreciate the fact that freedoms and rights are not absolute, and that they go with responsibility. So inasmuch as we shall not countenance attacks on press freedom, we shall also not condone irresponsible practices in the media. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished invited guests, as I bring my speech to an end, I encourage all of us to celebrate the champions of the past and the growth we have achieved, and embrace the future with courage and foresight. Let us work together to build a media landscape that is free, vibrant, resilient, innovative, and deeply committed to serving the public interest in this rapidly evolving AI era. The Ghana Journalists Association stands ready to participate in this crucial endeavor. I wish to remind all that the promotion of press freedom is not the burden of only media practitioners. It is also the responsibility of all, because the lack of press freedom affects every aspect of our national life. We should therefore endeavor at all times to protect journalists and the work we do. May we enjoy the evening. Long live press freedom in Ghana. Long live GJ. Long live Ghana. Thank you for your kind attention.
And we're grateful to you for the sound leadership, Mr. Albert Kwabena-Jomfor. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, shall we do a big round of applause for him? Before we go into our honors, we'll be doing some messages of goodwill from some institutions who are related in the fight for press freedom and are also our major collaborators of the Ghana Journalists Association. Ladies and gentlemen of distinguished measure, please do permit me to introduce to you a power couple. The husband is a giant and a stalwart in finance, real estate, and hospitality. And the wife is a seasoned, respected former president of the Ghana Journalists Association and also a former member of the Council of State of Ghana. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Mr. K.T. Dazi and his lovely wife, Honorable Gifty Afenyo Dazi. A seasoned journalist and a practicing lawyer who's the Director of Strategy and Research at the Office of the Special Prosecutor, Lawyer Sami Darko. We're also joined here by the Director in charge of Diaspora at the Office of the President, Mr. Kofi Ochre Darko. And of course, my good friend, Mr. Kwesi Afrebaini, the Director General of the Social Security and National Insurance Trust. Please do a big round of applause. I'd like to, at this time, also salute two former presidents of the Ghana Journalists Association, two strong men who have also added their might and their will to the forward movement and the forward journey of the GJA. Ambassador Cabral Blay Amihia, shall we do a big round of applause for him? And once again, Nana Kwesi Day, who is also known in private life as Mr. Ranford Tetteh, also a former editor of the Daily Graphic, my former boss. Salutes to you, sir. And now, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to bring here to the stage the representative of UNESCO here in Ghana, the country representative, His Excellency Edmond Mukala, for his message of goodwill. Please welcome him with a big round of applause.
Thank you. Honorable Minister for Government Communication, dear friend Felix Ofosu, President of the Ghana Journalists Association, Mr. Albert Dofu, dear friend, the Minority Leader in Parliament, Honorable Afenyo Markins, here present, Excellencies, distinguished guests and speakers, our dear friends from the media largely present today, ladies and gentlemen. I'm honored to address you on this momentum occasion, and I would like to bring the compliment of the Director General of UNESCO and the entire UNESCO fraternity on this year World Press Freedom Day. As you are aware, the first article of the Constitution of UNESCO states that its mission is to promote the free flow of ideas by word and image, freedom of expression, access to information, and the safety of journalists are at the heart of UNESCO's mandate. So permit me therefore to read the message of the Director General of UNESCO, Madame Audrey Azoulay, on World Press Freedom, 3rd of May, 2025. More than 30 years as the United Nations proclaimed the World Press Freedom Day in 1993, the information universe has undergone a radical transformation. The advent of the internet and social networks has considerably facilitated individual expression and democratized the production of online content. It has also posed increased risk to information integrity, and these risks have been amplified by algorithms. These circumstances are all the more relevant given that in a study conducted by UNESCO in 2023, it demonstrated that 56% of the people surveyed say that they use digital platforms as their principal source of news. The rapid, therefore, development of artificial intelligence is yet another factor in dealing with these disruptions. It is clear that UNESCO mandate to ensure the free flow of words and ideas, as well as information integrity, is much more necessary. Every year, our organization thus celebrates World Press Freedom Day to defend access to what is globally publicly known as good information. This year, the day's theme is the impact of artificial intelligence on press and media freedom. This 3rd May is also a call to action, urging people to adapt to both the advantages and the risk of this new technology. While artificial intelligence has the potential to improve access to the gathering of and the verification of information, it can also, by training on content without remunerating its authors, jeopardizing independent journalists and undermining the plurality of online content. Following the principle of this recommendation on the ethics of artificial intelligence, which was adopted in 2021, our organization called for adherence to the principles set out in the Windhoek 30 Declaration in 2021, defending the economic viability of journalism, teaching media, and information literacy, and working with digital platforms. So UNESCO reaffirmed its long-term commitment to supporting journalism and independent media. As we stated this past March, alongside with Hamid Aman, the founder of the Afghan station Radio Begum, to protect and training journalists working in conflict areas, including Ukraine, Sudan, Haiti, Gaza, to name only this few. End of the message. So 3rd of May reminds us that building lasting peace is inextricably linked to access to plural, reliable, and universal access to information. This goes without saying the privilege that are mine to work in Ghana where these values are held up high. A privilege to work in one of the most advanced democratic nations in the continent of Africa, as we have witnessed just a few months ago. But also I recall His Excellency President John Mahama had previously declared that in his capacity as a member of GGA, he will bestow upon the media the gift of operating in an atmosphere devoid of intimidation and harassment. This alone speaks volume, because we are not only dealing with the challenges as the president have highlighted, but we have the privilege of having the first man, the president of the country, who is himself also a fellow journalist just like you. This gives really a great advantage, because it demonstrates also his commitment and that leadership. That's exactly what we are looking forward to, really build, a country with democratic values, with peace, but in particular also in fostering development. So it is in this context that UNESCO has trained in some of its programs 100 journalists across the country and provided tools for fact-checking and combating disinformation. Addressing these challenges require collaboration among the government, media, and civil society. We will be working and continue working with the relevant ministry to come up with a framework to tackle hate speech and disinformation. In regard to the AI impact on the safety of women journalists, we consider the potential risk that AI poses for women in public spaces and women journalists in digital landscape. As you're aware, AI system can generate deepfake doctored image or mis or disinformation campaigns aimed at discrediting and intimidating women. The AI-driven attacks jeopardize their safety, but also have chilling effect on their work, potentially limiting public access to information. In the coming few days, we will be conducting a training for women members of the parliament, and some of them are present here, on women journalists and online safety. So as we honor those who have made tremendous contribution to the media, let us reaffirm once again the universal commitment to freedom of expression and press freedom. And we look forward really for all those who be receiving their awards, and as the president have indicated, that those who are not rewarded today, it doesn't mean that you don't do a good job. And it's just like we want to acknowledge that the work that you're doing goes beyond, and there will be more prize in the years to come. And let's continue to do the great work, and let's really make this great Ghana a great country as it's always been. I thank you.
His Excellency Edmond Bukala is the UNESCO country coordinator here in Ghana. We'd like to once again say a very big thank you to GTV, the station of the nation, and Wizo TV, as well as all other platforms that are streaming this event live. Ladies and gentlemen of distinguished measure, a few more messages and then we go to the first set of awards, which will tackle the area of press freedom promoters. Before that, however, I'd like to, with great respect, welcome the press attaché of the U.S. Embassy here in Ghana to give us a brief message of goodwill. Mr. Matthew Asada. Shall we welcome him with a big round of applause?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Minister, Mr. Minority Leader, Your Excellencies, all protocols reserved. Following our colleague from UNESCO, I think it's only appropriate he mentioned that the World Press Day came out of a declaration 33 years ago in Namibia, in Windhoek, talking about the importance of press freedom in Africa. But as we all know, that this is something that is important not just for Africa, not just for the United States, but for all countries around the world. It's enshrined in the First Amendment of the US Constitution, the right to a free press, the right or freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of assembly. But these things are not just historical, they are also contemporary. They inform how our government, how our opposition, how our citizenry work together. And it's so important that we have an educated citizenry, that they understand how to read and understand the news that's coming forward, and that the role that you play, the journalists here in Ghana, are helping to keep the government, the opposition, the foreign partners, all to account. And we're doing this, again, in the name of the public interest. Obviously, in the United States, we have a new administration. This new administration has new priorities and is trying to ensure that all voices are heard in the media and none are silenced. And it's particularly important to elevate and to make sure that within the private media, we have space for those various voices. So a new government may bring new priorities, but in how we tell our message may change, but the message itself does not. Freedom of speech, freedom of the press, protecting journalists, this remains ever so important for the United States. And this is why we're very proud to partner with Ghana, with the Ghana Journalists Association, as you look to strengthen the media. And as we think back to the last year for the successful elections here in Ghana, and the work that the GJA did, along with the other media organizations, and the government and the opposition, and all of the political parties coming together for the Peace Pact to ensure that we had an election that we could all be proud of here in Ghana. The United States was proud to stand by you during that time. Our commitment and our support for the press and for the media here in Ghana extends across training and exchanges, and it's our commitment to ensure access to the embassy, and that we're representing ourselves in an open, transparent, incredible way. And so today I'm very honored to be here on behalf of the United States Embassy to celebrate World Press Day with you and to think about the contributions that all of you have made. And I think that the GJA president, when he said that it's so important that we protect journalists and that we investigate when journalists are attacked, this is a message that I think we can all stand behind, regardless of where we stand politically. So thank you again, Albert, for having us here. It's been our pleasure to partner with the GJA over many years, and we look forward to that partnership continuing. Thank you, and have a good night.
We're very grateful to our friends from UNESCO and the US Embassy here in Accra. We do enjoy great collaboration as a body and all these bodies and organizations, and we do hope that this will be a continuous collaboration. Representative of His Excellency, Excellencies here gathered, Honorable Ministers, Members of Parliament, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it now gives me great pleasure to welcome back here to the stage the President of the Ghana Journalists Association, who will be assisting as we honor some greats in our industry. Please welcome him with warm applause. The President of the GJA will be presenting 4 awards in the Press Freedom Promoters category. First of them is a fine gentleman who, over his journey as a journalist, made massive impact. At a certain point as well, got the opportunity to serve from the point of the academia, and also eventually served as president of the GJA. He distinguished himself as a leader within the space of journalism and media practice in this country, and added his voice as we looked forward to flipping various chapters in media practice in this country. Today, the GJA as a body look back at these very valuable contributions and believe that it's important that we say a symbolic thank you to him. With a big round of applause, please help me welcome our honoree in the Press Freedom Promoters category, Ambassador Cabral Blay. I'm here. Congratulations to you once again, Ambassador Cabral Blay. Am I here? You're a man of vision, passion, fine attributes, and many that drive your outstanding voice for press freedom. You played a pioneering role in the laying of foundations for an independent journalists association in Ghana, including the transformation of the GJA as a critical voice on national matters. Your vision for the establishment of a press center to enhance the independence and freedom of journalists and the media is very remarkable. In recognition and appreciation of your significant role in the promotion of press freedom in Ghana, the GJA honors you, Ambassador Cabral Blay Ameher, on this day of May 2, 2025, in commemoration of World Press Freedom Day. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it's now my pleasure to welcome the evergreen and ever colorful former president of the GJA, who's also served as a former member of the Council of State of the Republic of Ghana. Please help me with warm applause as we celebrate the Honorable Gifty Afenyo Dazi. And the citation reads, as the first female president of the GJA, you blazed the trail for women in leadership and left an indelible mark on the association and media freedom in Ghana. Your leadership strengthened the GJA as an independent and credible voice in the national discourse. You laid firm foundations for the growth of the association and the professional development of journalists. The Ghana International Press Center edifice in Accra is a monumental legacy of the foundations you laid for the GJA as in an independent journalist association. In recognition and appreciation of your pioneering role in promoting press freedom in Ghana, the GJA honors you, Madam Gifty Afenyo Dazi, on this day of May 2, 2025. Congratulations to you, I'm Gifty Afenyo Dazi, and we're grateful to you, Mr. K.T. Dazi. Shall we do a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, one more time? Next, would like to pay respects to the man known by all as Tarzan, but known in official circles as Dr. Charles Reku Broby. Thank you. Respectfully would like to invite the Vice President of the GJA to receive this award on his behalf. And the citation reads, at a time when radio was the sole preserve of the state-owned Ghana Broadcasting Corporation, you boldly led the establishment of Radio I, Ghana's first private radio station, defying all the odds to pave the way for others to get the nod for private radio authorization in Ghana. That trailblazing venture, an act of courage in the face of hostile government activity, to that cause opened the floodgates for a thriving radio industry in Ghana and amplified citizens' voices. In recognition and appreciation of your pioneering role in promoting press freedom by the establishment of private radio, and thus enhancing freedom of expression, the GJA honors you tonight. Dr. Charles Reku Broby. And some selected associates of the GJA will arrange to have this presented to him personally. Once again, we salute you, Dr. Charles Reku Robi. Once again, we say big greetings to all of our friends who are viewing this from all over the world. This is the commemoration of World Press Freedom Day and an honors night powered by the Ghana Journalists Association. At this time, I would like to say a very big thank you to GTV and Wezo TV, as well as many other channels and blogs that are carrying this event live. At this time, we would like to honor Professor Kwame Kaikari. Throughout your academic, advocacy, and institutional leadership journey, you have had an unflinching defense of press freedom and media independence. As a founding executive director of the Media Foundation for West Africa, your loud voice and consistent actions have empowered journalists and advanced press freedom in Ghana and across West Africa. In recognition and appreciation of your lifelong dedication as an outstanding voice for press freedom, the GJA honors you. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, shall we congratulate Professor Kwame Kaikari and would have a representative receive this on his behalf. At this point, we'd like to say a very big thank you to you, Mr. Albert Kwabena Jumfor. Ladies and gentlemen, shall we appreciate him with warm applause. Your Excellencies here gathered, good friends of the GJA, ladies and gentlemen. At this time, I would like to pay respects to a former Managing Director of Consolidated Bank Ghana, Mr. Daniel Ado. Shall we do a big round of applause for him? Also, once again, we salute His Excellency Hussein Gungor, who is the Turkish ambassador to Ghana. Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for the continued support for the GJA. There's every indication that I need to go grab a glass of orange juice because I keep adding another name to that of the Director General of GBC. So, well, maybe when I go and get that glass, I'll get it right. Professor Amin Alassan, we're always grateful to you for your continuous support. Thank you. God bless you. Shall we do a big round of applause? So he's a seasoned playwright, and the power or the operational power behind most of the events that we see organized by the Ghana Journalists Association. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, shall we celebrate Latif Abubakar? Thank you. At this time, it gives me great pleasure to welcome a fine gentleman who has a Futu and Ewe blood flowing in him. Experienced various parts of this country in terms of the culture, the socialization, and the education. Most important of all of this is that as he grew up and went through the tertiary space, he found a knack for entrepreneurship, and that also led him to pursue a political career, one in which he has excelled greatly. Today, he serves in the House of Legislature, adding to the national discourse and ensuring that a lot in terms of depth are being added to the making of laws for our beloved nation, Ghana. He's a seasoned lawyer, a seasoned entrepreneur, and also a traditionalist who has a double designation when it comes to the Efutu traditional area. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, you hardly find people who are Osahins for two warrior groups within a traditional area. And so it's very important on a very light note to take some pictures with him before this program ends. With a big round of applause, please help me welcome the Honorable Minority Leader of the Parliament of Ghana, a Member of Parliament and a man of the people. Shall we welcome the Honorable Alexander Kwabena Afenyo Markins.
Good evening to you all. Honorable Minister of State in charge of Government Communications and MP for Abura Asebu Kwamankasi, President of GJA, Country Director of UNESCO, Excellencies, members of the Diplomatic Corps, Director General SNET, Director General Ghana Broadcasting Corporation, Chancellor of Wisconsin University, heads of media institutions here present, former executives of GJA and senior members of GJA, members of GJA, key partners of Ghana Journalists Association, distinguished media practitioners, honorees, esteemed guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is a pleasure to join you for this year's World Press Freedom Celebration and GJA Honors Night. Today, we join the international community in marking World Press Freedom Day, a moment of solemn reflection and resolute celebration. It is a day on which we affirm once more the foundational role of free, independent, and responsible media in sustaining democratic governance, social cohesion, and inclusive development. Since its proclamation by the United Nations in 1993, World Press Freedom Day has served as a global reminder of the fundamental principle of free press freedom. This annual observance serves not just as a moment of reflection, but as a reminder, a call to action to defend one of democracy's most sacred pillars, a free and independent press. This year's theme, reporting in the brave new world, the impact of artificial intelligence on press freedom and the media, speaks to both the boundless promise and uncertainties of our time. It challenges us to confront the transformative role of artificial intelligence in shaping not only how we consume news, but how we define truth, uphold ethics, and preserve the freedoms that underpin journalism. Artificial intelligence, by its very design, is neutral. It can be harnessed to enhance efficiency, to uncover patterns that empower investigative journalism, and to broaden access to information in unprecedented ways. Already, AI is assisting newsrooms in real-time translation, personalized content delivery, and advanced data analysis. Yet, with such promise comes a peril. We have seen the rise of deepfakes, algorithmic bias, automatic disinformation campaigns, and the disturbing use of surveillance technologies. In the hands of repressive regimes or unscrupulous actors, AI can become a tool of censorship, misinformation, and intimidation. The brave new world we enter must not be one where machines are weaponized to silence truth. Ladies and gentlemen, we are called upon to provide leadership that is both visionary and vigilant. We must ask ourselves, how do we protect press freedom in an era where artificial intelligence is reshaping the media landscape? And how do we ensure that technology advances our values rather than eroding them? I firmly believe that the answer lies in balance, a deliberate and inclusive approach to innovation that upholds the principles of transparency, accountability, and human dignity. We must develop national and regional AI governance frameworks that protect press freedoms, safeguard personal liberties, and promote the ethical use of emerging technologies. We must invest in the capacity of media institutions to adapt to change without compromising on journalistic integrity. This includes equipping journalists with the tools and knowledge to understand AI systems, critically interrogate algorithmic content, and counter synthetic media with verified facts. Equally important is the role that international cooperation plays. No single country can regulate the digital ecosystem alone. We must engage multilaterally to establish global norms that protect journalists from online harassment, surveillance, and data exploitation. We must speak with one voice and defend the press. We must not forget that the battle for press freedom is not new. It has always required vigilance, sacrifice, and courage. What is new in the terrain is this digital age, and we must not only fight for freedom to speak, but for the freedom to be heard accurately, fairly, and without distortion. On this World Press Freedom Day, I salute all our nation's journalists who, despite mounting pressure and evolving challenges, continue to illuminate the path of democracy with courage and purpose. Your work is essential, my dear journalists. Your voice matters. Your integrity safeguards our liberty. Let us commit to building a media ecosystem where artificial intelligence becomes a partner in progress, not a pillar of oppression. Let us strive to ensure that truth is neither drowned by noise of algorithms nor diminished by the silence of fear. The media, as a fourth estate, holds a sacred responsibility not just to report, but to lead. In a time where retaliatory politics and extreme partisanship threatens the soul of our democracy, Ghanaians are yearning for a new narrative, one that builds rather than breaks, and one that unites rather than divides. Whilst I'm not against accountability, I dare say that the culture of retaliatory politics and political vengeance must end, and the media must be bold to lead this. You must not echo the bitterness of the extremists in the political space, but challenge it. We must put an end to the division and the bitterness of the past. Be the conscience of our nation. Champion a new Ghana, one where governments are judged not by how hard they crush their opponents, but by how well they serve their people within their tenure. The path forward depends on your courage and boldness. Thank you for listening to me. Long live Ghana Journalists Association. Long live our nation, Ghana. May God make our nation great and strong. Thank you so much.
Osahin Alexander Afenyo Markins is also inviting all of us to the Abuachiri Festival. We are going to be his guests. So for those of you who agree, let's do a big round of applause for him. Yes. The Honorable Minority Leader will do us the honors of presenting the next set of awards in the Press Freedom Fighters category. With a big celebratory round of applause, shall we welcome former GJA President, Madam Ajwa Yeboah Aferi.
Work
1991 took seminar on promoting an independent, pluralistic African press that later gave birth to the commemoration of World Press Freedom Day in 1993. As the only surviving member of the trio, others being Professor P.A.V. Ansah and John Yankuma, you have kept faith with the tenets of press freedom over the years, and indeed you were one of the few voices heard during the period known as the culture of silence, when the media in Ghana were muted, but your reportage through your foreign media platforms kept Ghanaians tuned in. In recognition and appreciation of your pioneering role in the advancement of press freedom and independent journalism in Ghana, the GJA honors you. Madame Adjoa Yeboah Afenyo. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause. Big round of applause as she makes her way to her seat. Congratulations, madam. Ladies and gentlemen, the citation reads, fearless and unapologetically vocal, you have stood firm for press freedom, justice, and democratic accountability in Ghana over several decades. Through your writings, media work, and advocacy, you have shaped public discourse and defended the rights of journalists. You have been jailed for defending press freedom, but not even the pain of imprisonment could incarcerate your advocacy for press freedom. In recognition and appreciation of your outstanding role as a strong voice for press freedom and social justice, the GJA honors you. Mr. Kwesi Pratt, Jr. Pratt Jr. And distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is interesting to note that the multimedia group where I've served for the last 16 years marked its 30th milestone yesterday, May Day. And as we celebrate this milestone, Mr. Kwesi Pratt Jr. is one of the people who would like to celebrate for his massive contributions to some of the big content platforms that have stood the test of time and are now authoritative platforms for thought leadership and for the national discourse. We thank you, sir. Let's do a big round of applause for him one more time. And now, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to welcome here to the stage for an honor in the Press Freedom Promoters category, Mr. Ben Epson. And the citation reads, you began your journalism journey at the age of 17 while still a student of Accra Academy. Are the Blair boys here? I see some Blair boys here. You are a little too silent for my liking. Let's start the applause, please. Let's do it for him. For more than 5 decades, including the turbulent period that saw you confined by a military regime, you have remained a steadfast voice for the rights of Ghanaian journalists. Your commitment to the craft and press freedom is unparalleled. In recognition and appreciation of your unwavering dedication and 51 years of contribution to journalism and press freedom, the GJA honors you, Mr. Ben Efton. Congratulations to you once again, sir. We're grateful to you. Ladies and gentlemen, one more big round of applause for Mr. Ben Efton. And the final award to be presented this evening by the Honorable Minority Leader and MP for Ifutu is that for Madame Elizabeth Ohene. And the citation reads, as a reporter, editor, and advocate, you broke new grounds both locally and internationally. Your bold and principled journalism, practiced at the Daily Graphic and the BBC, has championed truth, accountability, and media rights. In recognition and appreciation of your significant contributions as an outstanding voice for press freedom, the GJA honors you, Madame Elizabeth Ohene, with this citation on this day of May 2, 2025, in this massive commemoration of World Press Freedom Day. A big round of applause. Of course, this award is being received on his behalf by Mr. Peter Agbeko. We're very grateful to you, sir. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause. And this is where we say a very big thank you to the Honorable Alexander Afenyo Markins. Ladies and gentlemen, would go ahead with the media developers category. To help us with the presentation of the first set of awards, I'd like to welcome here to the stage Mr. Ryan Wilson, who's representing the British High Commission. Shall we welcome him with a big round of applause? We'd like to have a representative receive this on his behalf. And the citation reads, celebrators as a titan of industry, your support for media has been equally transformative. From your contributions to the GJA Endowment Fund in 1994 to the sponsorship of the Media Encounter program between 1995 and the year 2000, and the GJA Media Awards, you have consistently invested in media development. In recognition and appreciation of your invaluable contributions to the growth and development of media in Ghana, the GJA honors you, Sir Sam Jonah, with this citation on this day in commemoration of World Press Freedom Day, celebrated as a titan of industry. Your support for the media has equally been very, very transformative. We're very grateful to you, Sir Sam Esson Jonah. Shall we welcome his representative with a big round of applause? Thank you.
Bye.
Congratulations.
Bye.
Please do stay with us, sir. Please do stay with us. A few more. Thank you. Is the long-serving former General Secretary of the GJA, Mr. Bright Blewu. The citation reads, you are renowned as the longest-serving GJA General Secretary, and for about 2 decades, you championed the development and growth of the GJA and its members. You spearheaded the building of blocks between GJA and its partner institutions, while leading the discharge of many projects, including the Press Center project, for the benefit of members and the entire media fraternity. In recognition and appreciation of your significant contribution to the development of media in Ghana, the GJA honors you, Mr. Bright Blewu. Reads, you laid a solid foundation for the structural building of the GJA and capacity building of media practitioners. You helped the GJA secure funding to undertake many training programs and development projects for the benefit of the media and the country. In recognition and appreciation of your significant contribution to the development of media in Ghana, the GJA honors you, Mr. Kwesi Afenyo Markins, on this special day in commemoration of World Press Freedom Day. We salute you, sir. We'd like to say a very big congratulations to Mr. Kwesi Afenyo Markins and all the recipients in the media developers category and that of press freedom promoters so far. At this time, I'd like to welcome up here to the stage the representative of the National Security Coordinator, Colonel Dr. R.K. Sego, to help us with the presentation of the next set of awards. To welcome here to the stage our next recipient in the media developers category, Mr. Cameron Dodu. And the citation reads, as a pioneering Ghanaian journalist and editor, your contributions to shaping the media industry in Ghana are legendary. From your editorship at the Daily Graphic to your international journalism stints, you laid a path for excellence, courage, and ethics in journalism. Although you are 22 days away from your 88th birthday, on May 24, your thoughts are very refreshing. Your pen is still sharp, and your writings are frequent, demonstrating your untiring love for journalism. In recognition and appreciation of your strong impact and growth of development of the media in this country, the GJA honors you, Mr. Cameron Dodu, on this very special day in commemoration of World Press Freedom Day. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, shall we celebrate the legendary Cameron Dodu? And of course, for all the young journalists who are looking for inspiration, the story of soon-to-be 88-year-old Mr. Cameron Dodo is enough inspiration for you. Shall we celebrate him with another big round of applause? Next, ladies and gentlemen, would like to say a very big thank you and say a symbolic congratulations to Dr. Crystal Draco. Thank you. The citation for Dr. Chief Crystal Draco reads, "At the dawn of private broadcasting in Ghana, when a cloud of uncertainty hung over the sky of that industry, your ambition was clear and crystal. By establishing Crystal TV in 1994, you paved the way for private broadcasting, and that impacted hugely on employment and national development. In recognition and appreciation of your significant contributions to the development of the media in Ghana, GJA wants to confer on you, Dr. Chief Crystal Draco, this very special honor as we commemorate World Press Freedom Day, signed as usual by the President of the Ghana Journalists Association." Dr. Chief Crystal Draco, we're very grateful and congratulations to you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to invite here to the stage our next recipients, Wilma and Alex Kwame. Shall we welcome them with a big round of applause? You established Radio Ada, the first community radio station in Ghana. 27 years later, your pioneering effort has birthed 137 community radio stations across the country. And as at the end of the fourth quarter of 2023, addressing the critical needs of indigenous communities. Your tenacity in promoting the cause of community radio, and even in the face of enormous challenges, is very, very admirable. In recognition and appreciation of these pioneering efforts and more, the GJA honors you, Wilna and Alex Kwame, on this day as we commemorate World Press Freedom Day. Ladies and gentlemen, shall we celebrate them with some more applause? Ladies and gentlemen, I trust you all had a wonderful time so far celebrating these indigenous stories that have come from persons who have displayed commitment from word go and have carried on this commitment. We will be running along with two more categories. These are dedicated partners and supporters of the current administration. Before that, however, it gives me great pleasure to welcome up here to the stage a man who has always seen worth in all the projects and ideas of the Ghana Journalists Association. A successful entrepreneur of our time with many different business interests, especially those in the tech industry, and one who believes in giving back to society where the business is thriving. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to now welcome here to the stage the executive chairman of the KGL Group and who is a proud major sponsor of this event, Mr. Alex Apau Dade. He's Ladies and gentlemen, let's do a big round of applause one more time for the Playboy Band. The essence of all of that is just to indicate to you is that today is a Friday and we will definitely celebrate musically after all is done. At this time, I'd also like to acknowledge the presence of a former editor of the Daily Graphic, Mr. Kobi Asma. Please do a big round of applause as we acknowledge his presence here. On that note, we zoom in on the Dedicated Partners category. I'd like to, with great respect, welcome His Excellency Hussein Ungor, who is the Turkish ambassador to Ghana. Please welcome him with applause. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, starting off the honors in the Dedicated Partners category, would like to confer this honor on the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation. Shall we do a big round of applause? Thank you. The citation reads, as Ghana's national broadcaster, you have remained a reliable partner in the dissemination of news and national development programming. You have consistently collaborated with the GJA to execute its public interest mandates, media awards, and commemorative events. On many occasions, you have covered these programs and activities and offered unfettered access to the GJA in that regard. In recognition and appreciation of this enduring partnership and contribution to media development in Ghana, the GJA honors you, the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation, with this citation on this special day as we mark World Press Freedom Day. Your long-standing support for press freedom and journalistic excellence in Ghana has been instrumental. From training programs to institutional collaborations, your commitment to empowerment of Ghana's media has remained steadfast. Your funding support for training of journalists on election coverage, undertaking projects, and promoting journalistic excellence in the GJA Media Excellence Awards has been very profound. In recognition of the promotion of press freedom and media development in Ghana, the GJA honors you, the Embassy of the United States of America, Accra, with the citation on this special day as we mark World Press Freedom Day. To congratulate Unilever Ghana Limited. years, you were the esteemed title sponsor of the annual GJA Media Awards. Your mouth-watering prize for the PAV Answer Journalist of the Year, a 3-month all-expenses-paid advanced journalism course at the Thompson Foundation in Cardiff, Wales, was a target of every Ghanaian journalist. Through that invaluable support, you helped promote high journalistic standards. In recognition and appreciation of this and other bits of significant contribution to the development of media in this country, the GJA honors you, Unilever Ghana Limited. Maxwell Boateng, a member of the Council of State of Ghana. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it's now my pleasure to welcome here the Director General of the Social Security and National Insurance Trust. Please do a big round of applause for Mr. Kwesi Afrebaini. And now I would like to congratulate InnoLink. Shall we do a big round of applause for them, ladies and gentlemen? You have been a consistent partner in the promotion of journalistic excellence through your sponsorship of the annual GJA Awards. Every year, you print the brochure for the media awards at no cost. You also provide some social services to the GJA, thus helping to enhance the development of the media industry. In recognition and appreciation of this massive support in promoting and developing the media in Ghana, the GJA honors you, InnoLink Ghana Limited.